Hey everyone, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wild and Lacquer. In today's video we are doing another scent haul. This is a Bath & Body Works haul from SAS, or the semi-annual sale. This is my first semi-annual sale in a very long time, so I was sort of catching up on a number of fragrances, and all of these, literally all of these are fragrances that I discovered recently. So even though there hasn't really been very much exciting new things for this sale, I did manage to find quite a few things. And I also went to 7 stores. Yeah, 7 Bath & Body Works in order to see what all was at these different locations, and we will talk about it as I get into each little haul here. There were a lot of similarities, but I was surprised at the subtle differences in each store as well. This is actually the first bag from the very first day of SAS. I went into my local Bath & Body Works that is in the mall, and I took a lengthy lunch break in order to do it because I did work that Tuesday, and I was really happy with what I ended up grabbing, although I will say, short of maybe this one, which we'll look at here in a second, I didn't really see any one-offs, but let's go ahead and see what I got at store 1. So at that first stop, that first day of SAS, I got 7 items, and my goal going in was to only shop at the areas that were 75% off, but they also did end up having a few sections that items were $4.95, so I did a few purchases there as well. The first one is actually, I think, one of those. Yeah, I think this one was actually $4.95. Would have been nice to get this at 75% off, but in any case, I did end up grabbing a lotion in Strawberry Snowflakes. This is a scent that I hear a lot of people absolutely adore, and I had kind of smelled the spray before. I mean, it's been at this Bath & Body Works since I started going there, which honestly is not that long because I am still fairly new to rediscovering Bath & Body Works. So this one was there when I went for the body care day, but I didn't grab anything then. But I did decide to go ahead and grab the lotion, and the scent notes of this are juicy strawberry, whipped cream, and iced bergamot. Now, it kind of surprised me that I wasn't in love with the body spray because I love strawberries. They're like my top pick of fruit, but I don't know, it's a little bit, I wouldn't exactly say juvenile, but it is a very straightforward, sweet scent. I am a bit bummed too that I ended up grabbing this packaging of it. I want to say the other packaging of Strawberry Snowflakes had some more like wintry, cutesy winter packaging, and I don't know how I ended up with the lotion like this, if it's older packaging or if it's just that's how the lotion is. But in any case, I did grab a body lotion in this, and it does smell really good. So I'm happy to have this one in my collection, and I think I will get good use out of this as a lotion. So the first item in the haul from store number 1 was Strawberry Snowflakes. Next up is one that I grabbed based on a suggestion of a video on YouTube, and I don't remember who suggested it, but I grabbed the body spray of Dream Bright. This one has notes of sapphire berries, night blooming orchid, and crystallized vanilla. And I was a bit hesitant about this one in store, to be perfectly honest. I loved the packaging. This definitely was catching my attention, and I did grab it because I heard someone mention it as being one of, if not their favorites, one that they really enjoyed, and I liked it enough in store to go ahead and grab the body spray while I was there. And you guys, this one is a top pick for me. I didn't realize in store how much I would actually like this one. Yeah, this one, I can't even explain to you how much I love this fragrance. You definitely get the berries. The sapphire berry notes adds this beautiful, sweet note to it, as does the crystallized vanilla. But that orchid, that night blooming orchid, is such a deep floral, like a beautiful floral note. If you've heard me talk about my scent preferences, you'll know that floral is not my favorite, and I think that's why in store I really wasn't too sure about this. But on me, when I spray this and actually wear it, I cannot get enough of this. It is amazing. If you are hesitant about this one at all, I would highly suggest getting at least the body mist to play around with if you are on the fence, because if you're like me and you don't really care for florals all that much, you might actually surprise yourself at how much you like this. I know I surprised myself. This one I adored enough to grab a bunch of different products of in the next store. But in any case, this one is absolutely a favorite. This is going to be something that I do not want to run out of, which I was actually bummed after I purchased this to discover that they are actually discontinuing this, which is a bummer. But in any case, that second item at store number 1 was Dream Bright. The next item that I grabbed was Bright Christmas Morning. This, along with all of the other Christmas scents, were available at every single Bath & Body Works that I visited. This was usually front and center in their 75% off bins and totes. And I had eyed this one again back on Body Care Day, and I just wasn't too sure about it. But this one is another berry scent. It has fragrance notes of ripe red berries, blood orange, and crisp apple. And yeah, I think the berry notes have definitely been growing on me. I don't know what about this really didn't capture my attention the first round, but because I bought this on SAS instead of Body Care Day, these were 75% off. So as opposed to spending $95 or $4.99, this was $4.24. In any case, yeah, this is a really nice, sweet fragrance without being as sweet as Vampire Blood was. There's definitely some more notes in this one that lend itself to being a little bit more complex. And it might be that apple and blood orange. I can smell citrus in this for sure, which is interesting because a lot of the other fragrances that I've been smelling, when they list like an orange or mandarin or something like that, I really wasn't smelling citrus at all. But this one, I definitely smell that blood orange. And the apple's really nice in this. Apple is another one of those fragrance notes that I'm not head over heels about. I'm kind of indifferent about it, but I like how it comes across in this. And it's possibly because of how it mixes with those red berries. So in any case, I finally got Bright Christmas Morning in their body mist. So the one oddball that I found at store number 1 was Groovy Watermelon in their shower gel. There really wasn't a lot of one-offs. It really seemed like, for the most part, there was the holiday collections just front and center, and then at a few of the locations there was either fall or Halloween. The Halloween was really spotty, and I want to say at this one they didn't really have much of the Halloween available, but I could be blurring that with a few of the others because, like I said, I did go to 7 different stores. But the Groovy Watermelon has scent notes of juicy pink watermelon, sugared strawberry blossoms, and lime zest. Oh my goodness. And yeah, this one smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. This is delicious. Very sweet. It is a little on the juvenile side as far as a fragrance goes, but this is a body wash, so I am totally fine with that, or a shower gel, I guess as they call it. I think this is going to be one that I want to pull out for summertime when you just want something fruity and fun and carefree smelling. So Groovy Watermelon is one that I'm glad to finally have been able to grab. Next up, I did go ahead and grab Vanilla Bean Noel. This is a fragrance that I have heard on nearly everybody's channel. This year seems to be the year that the fragrance notes are on point as opposed to years past where the scent notes, I guess, were a little bit lackluster, or the power was lackluster. Vanilla Bean Noel has fragrance notes of fresh vanilla bean, warm caramel, sugar cookies, whipped cream, and snow-kissed musk. So I have been a vanilla fan since I was a teenager, so I don't know why I didn't grab this on Body Care Day, to be perfectly honest. But as I did mention in that video, I found myself rather overwhelmed in store, even though I had tried to prep myself with a lot of videos and finding out what scents people were liking and whatnot. In store, I just found myself completely overwhelmed. And I think a lot of scents like Vanilla Bean Noel, where I smelled it and I was like, yeah, that's fine, I was immediately distracted by something else. So I didn't end up grabbing it for Body Care Day, but I did grab a fine fragrance mist and a body cream for my first store and first day of SAS. And faceted package on this is really beautiful. And this is a really stunning vanilla fragrance. It maintains its kind of straightforward vanilla scent while combining it with what I think is that caramel note and maybe sugar cookies in there. It's a really nice mix. I really enjoy this one. Yeah, this is one that I think I'm really gonna like. I decided to go ahead and grab it in the body cream because I think for a scent like this, I can layer it with literally anything. I mean, you can add vanilla as a base note to any perfume, and I don't think it would be a bad thing. So I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of both of these. So that was Vanilla Bean Noel. And then the last thing that I grabbed at store number 1 was Sweet Whiskey. I actually found Sweet Whiskey in a body cream. So this is another scent that I heard a handful of people talking about on their channels. And it was one that definitely caught my attention because of the scent notes. So the scent notes on this one are golden amber, vanilla infused whiskey, and sweet red berries. So I thought that was a very interesting combination. And I had eyed a few of the men's products that had a whiskey note in them, and they were a bit too masculine. And this one, because of probably the berries and the vanilla infused whiskey, really lends itself to being a beautiful fragrance. Yeah, this one is absolutely stunning. Just gonna put a little bit on. Oh yeah. This one is a lovely fragrance, and another one that I think might layer nicely with a lot of other scents because I mean, it's got a lot going on in there. There's the amber, there's the whiskey, vanilla, and the berries. The berries aren't, I would say, front and center for me, but they do add a sweet complexity to this that the other whiskey fragrances didn't really have. Yeah, this one is really nice. And I did not see this in very many products at many of my stores. I am over in the Pacific Northwest. I think this was the one store that I found the body cream in, and I think there were a few other stores that did have the body wash, but I didn't grab that, or sorry, shower gel, but I didn't end up grabbing that. So the last item from store number 1 is the body cream in Sweet Whiskey. Then today I went to 6 more stores. So the first day of SAS was on Tuesday. Today is Thursday, and it was my day off, and I decided to go on the other side of the sound through Tacoma and up into the Seattle area and explore the Bath & Body Works because there are a plethora of them over there, and see what I could find. So this is store number 1 from today. From this haul, it is store number 2. And for this store number 1 from today, I got 8 items. And look at here, I already forgot what I got because look, I found Sweet Whiskey in the body spray. Yeah, okay, so this one was a really nice store. I really enjoyed this one. This was the one over in Issaquah. And like I said, I did end up grabbing 8 items there. I think you can tell what was my favorite scent because I got a backup and a couple of other items. These again were all on either the 75% off tables or the $4.95. I think most of the Dream Bright was on the $4.95 tables. So the first kind of oddball that I grabbed was Smoked Old Fashioned in their body cream. This was one of the men's collection fragrances, and this one I thought was really nice. So for a men's fragrance, this isn't super masculine. I mean, when you compare it to a women's fragrance, it definitely has a masculine note. I suppose I should tell you the notes. The scent notes on this are smoked orange bitters, bourbon vanilla, and cedarwood. And cedarwood is definitely one of those scents that I really like. Basically, a lot of the woodsy notes are some of my favorites to smell. And yeah, this one is just really nice. I can't even describe what I'm smelling because I do smell a smokiness, but I don't smell citrus, which is what I would imagine the orange bitters might be. I think I smell the bourbon and maybe a pinch of woodsiness. But yeah, this is a really nice fragrance. And no, it's not for my husband. This is for myself. This is one of those fragrances that I will be using for me. And yeah, I can't wait to see what combinations I can come up with this because this is just such a unique fragrance. I can't stop sniffing it. It's got this lightness about it that might be the orange bitters, maybe. I'm gonna rub a little bit in and see if I can't have some of those scent notes come out to play a little bit more on my skin. Of course, now it's gonna be mixing with Sweet Whiskey. It could either be those orange bitters or the cedarwood. But yeah, this is such a nice fragrance. If you like unusual, light, but slightly masculine leaning fragrances, you might actually like this. I can't wait to see, like I said, what combinations I can come up with. This is another fragrance item though that I really didn't see too much of on sale. That was the other thing that I found kind of interesting with the different store locations is at some stores, the men's line were in the $4.95 sale section, and then at others they weren't. So I don't know if that means that they weren't on sale at all, or if the tags just weren't on the men's section. In any case, I didn't see this one around at many locations, so I'm glad I grabbed that first one. That was Smoked Old Fashioned. Next up is another fragrance that I grabbed based on someone's recommendation. This is Butterfly, and this is in their Fine Fragrance Mist. The scent notes on this one is Raspberry Nectar, Iris Petals, and Airy Vanilla. So again, we have a berry and floral. So this is one that I had seen before. The packaging, of course, had caught my attention because it is a beautiful, like, holographic butterfly. But the floral note, as with a lot of things, sort of made me hesitate previously. But as I mentioned, Dream Bright also has that mix of a berry and floral, and I adored it. So when I was watching more videos before SAS, someone had mentioned that they really enjoyed Butterfly. So I decided to go ahead and grab it while I was in store. And this one, I believe, was 75% off. So that was $4.37. And I will say on this one, the iris isn't my favorite floral. I definitely prefer the Night Blooming Orchid of Dream Bright. But it is nice, and it is sweet because you do have the raspberry and the vanilla. So this is one that I do want to give a shot. I am curious if I'll like this on, and if I don't love it, I can always layer it with, say, Vampire Blood or something else that has a super sweet note and see how I like it that way. But this one is really nice. I'm glad I decided to grab at least one product of Butterfly, but that was Butterfly. All right, next up, I don't think anybody is surprised to see that I grabbed something else in Goldenberry Mistletoe. This is one that really stood out in my haul from Body Care Day because this one ended up being a top pick favorite of mine. This one doesn't have the scent notes on here, but okay, I had to go grab it. But here is the body spray from Body Care Day. So the scent notes for Goldenberry Mistletoe is sparkling berries, sugared spruce, and frosted air. And yeah, this one really stood out. I only ended up grabbing 3 items to begin with on Body Care Day. Now I did end up grabbing a second haul on the very last day of Body Care Day. But yeah, this one still stood out. I love the spruce note in here. Yeah, this is so delicious smelling, but not edible because of the frosted air and the sugared spruce. Had to get it in the body wash. So wait a second. Some of these are body washes and some of them are shower gels. Now I'm confused. You see, shower gel, body wash. I don't know if there's like a formulation difference, but in any case, I did grab Goldenberry Mistletoe in their body wash. I think I'm really going to enjoy this. Maybe not even just for a winter scent. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I love the mix of the berries with the other notes. Can't get enough of that one. So did end up grabbing that body wash. All right, next up is another one that is actually a backup, but in older packaging. This is In the Stars. This is another one that was one of the 3 original fragrances that I purchased for Body Care Day in store. And again, major hit with me. I absolutely loved it. And when I saw that they had older packaging with these little holographic stars and a glitter cap, consider it sold. I was happy to grab myself a backup bottle. And this one also was 75% off. So this one was $4.12. And yeah, the scent notes on this are just divine. So the scent notes again on this one are Starflower, Sandalwood Musk, Sugared Tangelo, White Agarwood, and Radiant Amber. So amber has been one of those scent notes, as is sandalwood, that I have been loving in fragrance. I really think that they ground a fragrance that might otherwise be a little bit too basic and gives it a really nice complexity. And this is one of them. This is very perfumey. I love the scents. This is another one that I really, really like. So yeah, happy to have a backup in a beautiful holographic star pattern. This is another fragrance that some stores had the new packaging. The original bottle that I purchased is not this packaging at all, but this particular packaging was at the one in Issaquah, and they did have other items available in this older packaging. So if you're on the lookout and you're in my area, the one in Issaquah, at least at the time that I was there, had plenty of them with this beautiful star packaging, which means I might want to go back, but I don't need to. I'm going to try to limit myself and not go back again. But yeah, love this one. Very happy with the new packaging, or the old packaging, I guess. In any case, that was in the stars. And yeah, the fragrance on this is just amazing. And yeah, look, next up I got the body spray in Sweet Whiskey. So yeah, same scent notes as the body lotion. It has the golden amber, vanilla infused whiskey, and sweet red berries. So I do have a matching lotion with the body spray. So like I said, I didn't really see this fragrance in many products in many of my stores, but I had already forgotten that I did find it in the body spray at least this first location. Like I said, this one again was Issaquah, but I don't think I saw it in body spray anywhere else. Again, I could be mistaken. I did visit a lot of stores. And yeah, I'm really happy to have this in another product besides the lotion. It's a really beautiful, soft, yet sort of complex fragrance, which I really like. So I have the body mist of Sweet Whiskey. And then this. As you can see, I made sure to get a backup of Dream Bright as well as a couple other products. So I definitely grabbed a backup of the body spray. I have already been running back and forth to this bottle that was sitting in my office here to be hauled multiple times before I hauled it. So I had to make sure that I grabbed it because it is being discontinued, as I have heard anyways. So I did not want to run the risk of running out of this. So I grabbed a second bottle, and this store did have the moisturizing body wash. This is another product that I feel like I really didn't see in very many stores with other scents either. So when I saw the moisturizing body wash, I made sure to grab it. And then I did grab myself a matching body cream as well. This is one that, again, the packaging is stunning, and I know I'm going to wear this fragrance a lot. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So that was store number 1 from today. All right, so the next store that I went to was in Tukwila, and I ended up grabbing just 3 items there. But as you can see, I got a few oddballs here. So this is one of the few locations that actually did have some unusual things. It did have some more sunrise woods, and it had some more of the fall fragrances, as you can see here. And it had some of the Halloween fragrances. Now, this was one of the locations that did have a lot of the Halloween stuff, and I only grabbed the one. And I almost immediately kicked myself for not grabbing Eternal Magic or Everlasting Magic in the spray. But I think by this point I was already starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed. Store 1 was definitely the biggest haul. And I think I just in store couldn't really decide if I wanted more from the Halloween collection. In any case, all of these were 75% off. So the first one that I got is Midnight Spell. And this one has scent notes of Mystic Air, Moonlit Woods, and Crystal Amber. And what I thought was nice is some of them did have the black cap to go with it, the special like Halloween style. And yeah, this one is really nice. I think my problem in the store is a lot of these scent notes in this collection started to sort of blur together. But this one, I can smell an airiness to it, which might be that Mystic Air note. It's kind of floral, but not specific to any one flower. I wouldn't say it's particularly woodsy, but it is a deeper scent, and that might be that amber note in it. In any case, I am glad to finally have been able to grab something from this collection besides Vampire Blood, which I will now have 2 bottles of because they are sending me a replacement bottle for not sending me the lid the first time. So yeah, happy to have grabbed Midnight Spell. Next up is Leaves. So this is one of the few locations that did have leaves. This was one of the scents that, again, I really didn't see too many places, and they did have the body cream in this one, so I snagged that one. The scent notes on Leaves is crisp apple, golden nectar, and warm clove spice. Oh my goodness. So this is another one where the apple note, I think, was a little iffy for me when I first saw it. And I'm kicking myself about that now because I really was on the lookout after I smelled the lotion to find the body spray. And even at this location that had the body cream, they didn't have the body spray. I did end up ordering that online though. But yeah, this one has a beautiful fragrance. You smell the spices, but it smells more like a spiced apple, so like an apple pie that has a spice in it, not necessarily a really heavy spice, if that makes sense. You do smell the apple, and there is almost like a bakery note or something in here. It is not a gourmand though, by no means. It's not quite edible, but it is sweet, really ended up loving this one. So happy to have been able to grab the body cream in Leaves. And then the last item that I grabbed in Tequila was a body wash in Sunrise Woods. So they did have a number of their fall fragrances in this line. The scent notes of this one are creamy sandalwood, sweet berries, and cozy cashmere. So again, with the berries. So this is really nice as well. The berries on this are not overwhelmingly sweet, and I think that might be the cashmere and the sandalwood. Yeah, this is good. I believe this is the fragrance that I got in the One and Only Diamond Mist for my haul from Body Care Day, and was very happy to be able to find something else in this, although I did not find the body sprays. I think most of what they had in this line at least this location, and I think a lot of the other locations, were mainly the body washes, maybe the lotions, but the body sprays were fewer and farther between. But in any case, that last item at store number 3 was Sunrise Woods. All right, so next up, I ended up going down to Kent, and you guys, this is what I got. That's it. It was actually one of the biggest stores that I went to, and this is all I grabbed. So again, this is one of those store locations that mainly had the holiday collection front and center, but they had the moisturizing body wash, which, like I said, for Dream Bright, I didn't see in all of the locations. This particular product seems to have been harder to find, so I did go ahead and grab a Vanilla Bean Noel in their moisturizing body wash. So store number 5, I only got 2 things. So this is the Bath & Body Works down in Auburn, and look what I found. This is one of the one-offs that I did manage to find, and it is one that I really wanted to find. It is Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. Basically anything that was pumpkin-y and foodie or spicy. And yeah, managed to find this. I think this is the one and only location that at least I recall seeing Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte, and this is in their shower gel. And this one does not have the scent notes on it, but let's go ahead and see how it smells. Oh my gosh. So this is delicious. So you definitely get some fall notes in there, a delicious marshmallowy sweet note in here. This is so good. I really wish that I could find the body spray in this or a lotion, because man, this scent is delicious. I wouldn't necessarily call it gourmand necessarily, but it is sweet and delicious smelling. So in any case, one of the 2 items that I got in Auburn was Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte in their shower gel. And then I did end up grabbing Everlasting Magic. Like I said, at the other location, they did have Everlasting Magic in, I think, the body spray, and I did not grab it. And I am kicking myself about that. So when I found it at the Auburn location in a shower gel, I did go ahead and grab this one. So this one does have the scent notes on it: Bejeweled Berries, Phantom Petals, and Magic Musk. This has a really nice scent to it. Now, again, it is a berry fragrance, but it's not super duper sweet because it has those phantom petals and the magic musk in here. It ends up smelling a little bit sweet, but much more complex than Vampire Blood did. I keep referencing Vampire Blood because that was definitely one of the sweetest berries that I got at my very first haul. So it is one of those scents that, again, I want to grab more of. I do wish I had grabbed that body lotion, but I did not. So in any case, I did end up grabbing the shower gel in Everlasting Magic. All right, store number 5. We're finally getting into some exciting things here. At the other location that was back in Auburn, I did end up spraying Classic Flannel and giving myself some time to sort of marinate with it on my sleeve. So when I arrived at the Tacoma location, I had made the decision to go ahead and grab that, but look what I found. 2 one-offs. This is one of the few locations that had random things to find, and this made me so excited. So these are 2 scents that obviously I don't have, considering I am a newbie for Bath & Body Works, but this is a shower gel in Cotton Candy Clouds. So this one has scent notes of spun sugar, pink berries, and whipped vanilla. So this one I didn't even smell in store, but it definitely is a nice, light, sweet fragrance. I was just super excited to actually find something that was not the same things that I had been finding store after store after store. So this one, I would say I'm mostly smelling the whipped vanilla and spun sugar. The pink berries in this one are not exactly bright and juicy, but they are adding something to this because I'm not smelling a strictly vanilla and sugar scent, but I'm also pleasantly surprised that this doesn't smell like cotton candy, because cotton candy can be overpoweringly sweet. So this, I think, should be a nice fun one again to pull out for summer. And again, one of the very few random finds that I was able to find. So that was Cotton Candy Clouds in the shower gel. And then the second one-off that I found was a body cream in Whipped Coconut Milkshake. Again, I was so happy to find this one. This has scent notes of vanilla ice cream, toasted coconut, and sugared amber. And this one I for sure smell the coconut in. Oh yeah, that coconut is delicious. It's definitely a sweet coconut. And I do smell the vanilla, but I wouldn't say it smells quite as sweet as I would imagine a vanilla ice cream note would smell, but that's fine. And the sugared amber, I wouldn't necessarily pick that out. No, there is definitely something in here that is grounding it from being what could be a pretty sweet, sweet fragrance. And that might be that sugared amber. This is nice. I hope I can find eventually this in maybe a body spray, because this could be absolutely delicious. But there was another one-off that I found that was Whipped Coconut Milkshake in their body cream. And then the other two items that I did grab, both classic flannel. This is another one that, no, it's not for my husband. I will actually be wearing this. So in that previous store, like I mentioned in Auburn, I did spray the body spray on my sleeve. And as I was driving to the next location, I kept, smelling to see how I liked it. And yeah, I really like it. This is a suggestion again from someone else's YouTube channel. They mentioned that this is a fragrance that they like to wear when they just want a nice cozy vibe. And let me tell you, this is definitely cozy. This is amazing. So the fragrance notes on this are fresh bergamot, patchouli spice, and sweet amber. So from my standpoint, I don't smell the patchouli, and I feel like that would be something that I would smell, since me and patchouli kind of have this love-hate thing going on. But there is a deepness to this and a sweetness. I think the sweet amber is really what lends this to not being a completely masculine scent, but it is in their men's collection. But yeah, this is absolutely something that I will be wearing, and it is 100% super cozy. So I did end up grabbing this in their body cream and in their body spray. Then store number 6, the last store that I went to today, the 7th store overall that I went to in the last few days. And this is another one in Tacoma. This one was in the mall. And you guys, I got soap. So today was actually a pretty good day to buy soaps. We had a coupon that was sent out to those that had either an email with Bath & Body Works or had the app. Soaps were $2.99. And I did not know it because no one else mentioned that it's in store as well. And none of the signage said anything either. But at this particular location, when I went in and I was looking at the soaps right up front, the gal there was like, hey, did you know that you can get the soaps here in store for $2.99? And I'm like, what? So I did end up grabbing some soaps. I will say at this particular location, it was one of the larger mall stores, and they did have a lot of candles and other things. But this is, again, one of those locations where the 75% off table was basically the same collections. It was all the holiday stuff, 75% off, not a lot of variety. They, again, did have a few of the Halloween fragrances sort of tucked here and there. And I think they did have a few of the fall scents, but not as much as a few of the other locations. So yeah, I didn't end up grabbing any body care, but I did grab soaps. So I ended up grabbing 5 of their different soaps. 2 are foaming and 3 are their gel soap. So the first one that I grabbed is Iced Cinnamon Rolls. This one filled my need for having something that was sweet and gourmandy, if that's even a word. This smells delicious. Absolutely delicious. Do these have scent notes on it? Yes, they do. So the fragrance notes for Iced Cinnamon Roll is warm cinnamon rolls, fresh orange, and sugar glaze. It's that orange. I definitely smell like orange zest in here. This is a beautiful fragrance. It isn't strictly a super gourmandy, but it is one of those sweet foodie fragrances. So I don't know where you draw the line between a gourmandy and a sweet foodie fragrance, but this doesn't quite smell 100% edible. There is something a little bit more complex in here, and I don't know what that is, but was really happy to be able to grab that one. That was iced cinnamon rolls. The second fall fragrance that I got is pumpkin pecan waffles. So this is one of the fragrances that I did grab on my online order for a body care day, and I was really happy to see it in a soap. The scent notes again on this one are maple syrup, golden waffles, and pumpkin spice. So this one I think is gourmand because the body spray smells like you could flat out eat it. Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. This is to me a gourmand fragrance. You absolutely smell the maple syrup. That is what my nose picks up front and center. Then I get those bakery notes of the waffles, and you get a spice note as well. I would say compared to other spicy fragrances, this isn't the most spicy, but it is the amount of spice that you might associate with a pumpkin pecan waffle. So very, very fitting. And also the packaging on this is so cute. Do you see how detailed that is? It almost looks 3D. In any case, that was pumpkin pecan waffles in their foaming hand soap. Moving on to the gel hand soaps, the first one that I got is flannel. The scent notes on this are crisp autumn air, heirloom mahogany, and cedarwood. So this is a really nice fall fragrance as well. A lot fresher than the other two. These definitely lean foodie. This one is much more of a fresh outdoorsy fragrance because you have those woods and the crisp autumn air, of course. This is a beautiful fragrance. I think I want this to go in our bathroom as soon as possible. So that one was flannel. Then I got white pumpkin. So as you can see, I was really craving the fall pumpkin-y, foodie fragrances. The scent notes on this one is gingered white pumpkin, caramel glaze, and warm blended spices. Oh wow, this one is delicious smelling. Do we know if white pumpkin came out in any other product? Because this is amazing. I for sure smell the warm blended spices. Again, it's not like super in your face, but it adds this cozy warmth to this scent. I smell the sweetness from the caramel glaze. And then there is this kind of spicy, but not spiced, spicy like a ginger spice with the gingered white pumpkin. This is an amazing fragrance. Not quite edible, but it is sweet. Yeah, I would say mostly what I'm smelling is that warm blend of spices with that sweetness from the caramel. Oh, this is a beautiful scent. Let me know if this comes in anything else because I will be trying to track that down, but that was white pumpkin. And then the last thing that I got was iced cinnamon rolls. So the same scent, but I got one in foaming and one in their gel. And again, this one has the scent notes of warm cinnamon rolls, fresh orange, and sugar glaze. Should smell the same, but I'm going to smell it anyways. For this one, it is a little bit less potent than the foaming hand soap, interestingly enough, but I do still smell that orange note in here. So a beautiful sort of sweet yet citrusy fragrance there. And there we have it. That was the last haul from store number 7 overall so far that I visited for SAS. Let me know how your sale experience has been going. I know for a lot of people it has been rather ho-hum and less exciting, I guess, as years past have been. As I mentioned before, this is my first semi-annual sale in a very long time. In fact, probably even when I was back in high school in my early 20s, I didn't really pay attention to when it happened. If I happened to be at the mall, I might shop it, sort of a thing. So it might be safe to say that this is my first ever SAS. So, and I'm not in my 20s anymore. Or 30s. In any case, yeah, that's what I've been hearing is everyone's mostly a little bit ho-hum about it. But as I said, since I am fairly new to it, I was really excited to get the scents that I was able to find. And I did, like you saw, find at least a couple one-offs here and there. And I didn't even visit all of the locations. I visited 6 stores today, and if you look at the map of Seattle down through Tacoma, even down into Olympia, I think Olympia has at least one. There are even more than those 6 to visit. So there's a lot to choose from. In any case, hopefully you had a good time. Let me know which scents are your favorites. If you know if white pumpkin comes in anything else. If you're new, think about hitting that little subscribe button down below. For the most part on my channel, you're going to see nail polish content, but I have been sharing my scent or fragrance hauls. This is going to be my second one from Bath & Body Works, and I do have one from Dossier. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in that next one.